My name is Wong Chee Hao. I am from Group 15, along with Preventh, Ismail, Zhen Lu, and Vighnesh. And today we will be demonstrating our program. So first of all, the user is required to enter an input such as 1 for DVD or 2 for CD. And there's an if statement here, whereby if the user enters input that is outside the option list, for example, he enters 3, there will be an invalid input message printed, and the program will continue to ask the user for a product type. And there is also a catch statement, whereby if the user enters a different data type, for example a character, it will print out invalid character and will continue to ask user to enter a product type. So now if the user enters a valid input, for example 1 for DVD, he is required to enter the number of objects he would like to input. There's also an if statement here, whereby if the user enters a value that is less than 0, for example -1, invalid input will be printed and the program message is reprompted. And if the user enters an input such as 2, he is now allowed to enter the product details, such as the item number, the name, the quantity, the price, the product status, the movie length, the age, and the name of the film studio. And if the user enters 2 for CD, he is also required to enter the number of objects. He is then allowed to enter the product details, such as item number, name, quantity, price, product status, the name of the artist, number of songs, and then it is also repeated. Once all the product details have been entered, the menu will appear and the user will be allowed to choose a menu option. If the user chooses 1, all the product details that were entered will be displayed.
Hi, my name is Ismail and I'll be presenting the Add Stock menu.
If the user enters option 2, he or she will be able to add the number of stock into a product that is specified by entering its product number. For example, in this program, we can add 15 more units to the first product. But, however, if a product is discontinued, the program does not allow the user to add any more stock to it. For example, in this program, the second product is discontinued. So if we try inputting more units of stock into the second product, the program won't allow us to do it.
Hi, my name is Preventh and today I'll be explaining about the deduct stock part of our group assignment. So as you can see here, these are all the details of the number of DVDs and the type of DVDs I've entered. So the deduct stock part is basically if the user enters an option, he or she will be able to deduct the number of stock into a product that is specified by entering its product number. So first I'll enter option number 3 to deduct the stock, and once I press option number 3, they will give the details of the number of movie and the name of the movie. Next I'll put the number I want to edit, which is product number 1, which is the second movie. Now they ask how much do I want to deduct. I want to deduct 20 quantities from the original 50 quantities. and finally they'll show the new value, which is 30. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Vighnesh and I'm going to present the discontinued product menu. Next, if the user enters option 4, he or she will be allowed to discontinue a product. This can be done by looking at the product number of a specific product. In this case, there are two products with the product number of 0 and 1. If the user enters the product number of an active product, the program will change its product status to a discontinued product and the menu will appear. On the other hand, if the user enters a discontinued product number, the program doesn't change its product status and the menu will also reappear. Finally, if the user is satisfied with the inventory, he or she is able to press option number 5 to exit the entire program. Meanwhile, if the user enters an option that is out of the option list, invalid input is printed and the program asks for the user to enter the option menu. And if the user enters a different data type, invalid character is printed and the program asks for the user to enter menu option.
I'm Zhen Lu and today I'll be explaining about a Java program. First, we have the product class. Here, we initialize all our variables so that they can be used in the program. Firstly, we initialize the product constructor with all the variables that it will call. Then, we have another constructor here that can be called in the main method to initialize and store the variables of this product. Next, we have all the getter and setter methods to set and get the variables that are stored in this product method. And we also have a method to return the value of inventory, which is basically the number of units in stock multiplied by the price of each unit. Then we have subclasses. The first subclass is DVD, which is used to store information about a DVD product. Here we initialize all the variables that will only be used in this DVD class, and we have the DVD constructor that can be called in the main method. This superclass is to call variables that are stored in the main superclass, and these are the three that will be used to call variables that are only located in the subclass. And we also have getter and setter methods for all these subclass variables. Finally, we have a method to print the variables, the value of all the variables after it has been called in the main method. Next, we have the CD subclass, which is done the same way as the DVD subclass. We have the variables here and the main constructor method that can be called in the main method, and also the getter and setter methods for these variables. And finally, there is this print method used to print the value of all these variables that after it has been called in the main method. That's all. Then we have the product tester class. Firstly, we initialize all the variables that will be used in this class. As you can see in our main method, we only call one function. This is because we have separated all our different methods and call them in order below each method. For the first method, we have choose product. This takes an input from the user and allows them to choose whether they want to create a new DVD product or CD product, as you can see in here. Once the user has made a choice, the method will call the correct methods for each class. Next, we have the add to DVD method. This method takes in input from the user and stores it as variables in the DVD class that has been called by this method. And we have the same thing but for CD. The procedure is the same. Next, we have the create DVD method. This method takes in input from the user to choose the amount of DVD products that it wants to create. Then it creates a two-dimensional array to store the variables of each DVD along with the number of DVDs that it wants. That's why we need two dimensions, and the same for the CD class. Next, we have the display DVD method. This prints out all the variables stored in the two-dimensional DVD array in sequence from the first product to the second product to the third product to the fourth product, depending on how many DVDs the user wants to create, and the same thing for the CD class. Finally, we have the get to option. This creates a menu for the user to select what he wants to do with the data once it has been created. In the first method for our menu, we have get product number. This takes in an input from the user in order to choose which product, which DVD or CD that he wants to edit in case he has multiple ones that he has created. Then we have the add inventory method, which adds to the number of stock that the product has. And the deduct inventory method, which reduces the number of stock that the product has. And finally, we have the discontinue inventory method, which allows the user to select a product and discontinue it. That is all.